Welcome, Cancer. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon in Cancer reading. The wolf moon occurs on the 3rd of January, and this is particularly focusing naturally on your perspective. The wolf moon is really about declaring our presence and our power. Think of a snowy landscape, the echo of that wolf howling, declaring its ability, its strength, its bravery, and protecting what belongs to them. This is also a way of declaring your unique independence, your originality. This is beautiful energy, and the card that I pulled for you is the Sun card. The Sun card feels as though you have, at least in this moment, identified your most authentic happiness, and you are allowing yourself to stay in that zone for as long as possible. Underneath the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. So, yeah, I do get a sense that you feel that your happiness is under threat, that you feel you have to select your battles, choose your battles in order to apply your best strategies selectively, carefully, that you can't throw yourself into every fire, that you recognize that all the feedback, most of which feels critical, is not necessary for you to address. You can simply stand back. You don't need to respond to everything that's coming at you. But the Sun shows that you, again, are holding on to this sense of happiness, knowing what it is for you, feeling the sense of power and presence in an abundant world is something you're really holding on to fiercely. And you are aware that there's almost a sense of attack that moves towards you whenever you feel this way. In the 10th house, the house of your social expectation, the way others see you, where you position yourself in the community, the Emperor speaks volumes. And it really kind of explains the sense that you're out there, you're making decisions perhaps for others, and that there are many who want to detract from your authority. However, you have long abandoned the idea that you need to control what others do or think. And in some ways, it seems like you are very aware of what they think and do, particularly as it concerns their opposition to your ideas or your decision making, largely because you're making it. There really is very little reason behind the resistance, and you're aware of that. However, you've stopped allowing it to matter to you in terms of being productive and effective anyway. You are in real serious control of yourself right now, and this is perhaps giving you the ability to know that you can protect your happiness, that you can protect the sweet spot that you feel you have achieved in some area of your life, particularly in your everyday perspective, resting in your known power, your known creative power. In the first house, the Temperance card, again, is talking about balance, really getting through this process. This resistance with others is something that you have become extremely competent at doing. And in that way, it makes me think about perhaps a family or a community team dynamic that you have perhaps found yourself in or unwittingly chosen over and over again, perhaps one you don't feel you can get free of. And so the ability to gracefully balance this complaint perhaps by others that you're not doing things correctly, or that you shouldn't be making decisions for others in the first place. You've learned over a long experience that this is something that you have managed very well and skillfully in the past, and that you keep that resistance of others in to the side, It isn't that you're ignoring others. In fact, I think to the contrary, you take what you find of value in the criticisms others bring to you, but you put it aside knowing that these are the kinds of resistances that are normal in balancing the kind of forward motion towards success that you may be experiencing. This also feels like it has to do with health, but not exclusively in the sense of your physical health, but in the sense of your overall well being. And naturally, health plays a part of that. But your overall well being is really being identified and boosted by the sense of love, the sense of being in love with your own self, with your natural, authentic self, and that you have given yourself that permission to pursue your life through that lens. In the fourth house, the home, the family, your history, the Ace of Pentacles looks like a beautiful opportunity, hence, really perhaps exacerbating the competition you're experiencing, uh, particularly if it is from loved ones. And this is where you have identified that something you perhaps hadn't valued was a phenomenal source that you command, a resource that is growing or an opportunity exists through. This can be related to the land, so this can be property that you are seeing a way to leverage into something that is important to you, something that is meaningful, perhaps the environment that allows you to be this playful, creative, authentic self, or to honor that in your relationships with others. In the seventh house of significant others, the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a second ace, of course, and with these beautiful major arcana cards, it looks as though you are experiencing new growth, a new project, a new opportunity, really a new lifestyle. There's even a picture here that you are leveraging a resource in order to support a new lifestyle, perhaps one of travel, of reaching out, of education, of communicating more fundamentally with other communities or with the community at large. Your environment is being impacted by this sense of growth and empowerment that really feels authentic to others. We're going to get more into this as I clarify with another deck and finish off with oracle deck. If you are resonating with this, Cancer, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all the support that you've given me during these very challenging times. Believe me, I am challenged along with you, and I'm finding the light and the way throughout it. So I really enjoy those of you that drop me a comment. Feel free to do so. And I'm going to clarify the temperance from the first house here with the Three of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. You just can't do anything but draw love to you as counter to the perhaps competition or negative feedback or criticism you receive. There's some kind of harsh critique that is really motivating you to evaluate the resources, the power that you have, the ways that you are determined to allow this process of growth, this vision you're pursuing, to feel good and to be productive. For many of you, this is one and the same thing. Being productive is feeling good. And this is a beautiful quality that has you embracing, dedicating yourself, being loyal to this new idea, this new vision, or this new opportunity to impact or affect your home or your foundation in some substantial way. But you have lovers, fans, and friends all around you. This is something that you're very aware that sort of balances out the negative feedback that you receive from others. The Ace of Pentacles in the fourth house is clarified by the Four of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So forgive my froggy throat. We are experiencing what is for us something of a winter storm, and my allergies have gone awry. So uh, anyway, I'm better than I sound. The Four of Swords here and the Eight of Pentacles, it shows me a picture of you almost retreating into a home based business, opportunities to work from home, working within a home community in order to evaluate and understand how you are improving yourself, your life, as you have gained experiences and wisdom from difficult experiences or situations. So you have really been through it. It doesn't feel like you've ever had a break. And you've had to take this break in some ways by simply retreating into your safe space wherever you're located. Most usually, for many of you, that is within a literal home because that's where you feel safest. That's where you feel you can lick your wounds and work at the shadows, work at the hidden, secretive, or unknown aspects of the challenges you've overcome, to really process those in a way that brings you to an authentic gratitude, not just a superficial appreciation for having survived some challenging situations, but of really understanding that within each painful or sorrowful experience was literally gold. And you're really understanding how to reheal yourself as a process of that, right? The Temperance card. You're rebalancing those experiences so that you are impacting your wellness, your well being. And for many of you, that includes necessarily your health. But you're understanding that rest is a cornerstone of this, but that you're always working. You're working underground here. In the seventh house, the Ace of Wands is clarified by the Two of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So we have some really clear, illuminated vision that we're working towards. In fact, we're having a clue about some commitment that we have made to ourselves, some way that dramatically shifts the way that we're showing up to others or the way that they're seeing us. There's a fair amount of discomfort about this because it feels so counter to what has been expected of you. But you actually, as a result of moving aside, detaching yourself from your feelings, you understand that this really is a more efficient and authentic way of describing your position with words, with curiosity, asking questions, listening to what others have to say, understanding that in many cases that's all they really want or really need. But you do understand that your placeholder in the lives of others to function in this way is now very limited. That you really have your own business to tend to, your own work to do, your own talents to exercise. And this is definitely new and is definitely affecting the way that you are moving forward into a new path, a new style of life, even a new location. The Emperor card is clarified here by the Tower card and the Page of Cups. How interesting. Yeah, it feels as though your thoughts and feelings, your ability to control yourself, the self-control you have is being disrupted by your more playful, creative, imaginative qualities. You don't want to work this hard to get along with people. You are perfectly comfortable with the boundaries you've erected, the wisdom you've gained from experience, the knowledge you have that you can manifest what you desire as long as you are in control of yourself and your thoughts. The way that you strategize your movement forward is important to you and something you've earned. But you are tired of this eternal vigilance with perhaps some of your relationships or many of them. And you really you have an opportunity here for someone to show you something you didn't know that they had in them, to surprise you, or you're surprising yourself with this desire to be free of the eternal need to guard yourself. Instead, you want to trust that that protection exists around you, that you can provide yourself with that structure adequately so that the softer side of you that likes to create, that likes to author your own original ideas and efforts is freer to circulate, to be playful, to uh, be a trickster of sort. And you're the second person that this kind of trickster energy has emerged. And I'm trying to articulate it as not wickedness, as I did with Aquarius. So this trickster energy is this ability to realize that you are your own process as well as your own creation. So it is the centrality of the process that teaches you all the time. Your sharp mind helps you to understand that um, there is a message in the medium, that the way you do things is just as important as what you do, how you do them, how you communicate, how you strategize, and what the possibilities you're able to see as a result of that, as a result of your ideas not working out the way you thought they would. What a gift that is. I'm going to finish up this reading on this something of a cliffhanger to me with an oracle card, and hope that you are gaining as much as I am enjoying this reading. And I pull friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason, and it's so interesting that I started this reading with a very distinct friendship in mind. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. I think this is so beautiful, how our friendships can reflect the best and the worst of us, and the ability to uh, take that opportunity to really look at the all-sidedness of our experience in relationship, including the really difficult ones, the sorrowful, the challenging ones. Thank you so much, Cancer, for this reading, for this opportunity to connect with you in the new year in this special way. I'm wishing the best for you. Thank you for your subscribes and your likes. Until next time, namaste.